The NGK Sparkplugs Formula One Powerboat Championship does not exist without our sponsors. NGK Sparkplugs, the world leader in technology, innovation, and world-class quality in the design of spark plugs and oxygen sensors since 1936. Thank you. JH Performance Boats, building the fishing boats of the future. CDI Electronics, providing superior ignition and diagnostic solutions for the marine industry throughout the world. Moto Marketing, for all their videos, updates, Facebook, all of our needs when it comes to the media. Snap-on Tools for keeping us wrenching. Certainteed, Ameristar Roofing, Weldon Fuel Pumps, Racing Communications, and Seabold Sports. Without all of you, we cannot exist, so thank you very much from all of us and all of the participants. Hi everybody, this is Tim Seabold coming to you from the Moto Marketing World Headquarters in St. Louis, giving you a recap for rounds 5 and 6 on the NGK Sparkplugs Formula One Powerboat Championship. Round 5 took place at the Clark County Fairgrounds in Springfield, Ohio. This beautiful lake is purpose-built for our Formula One race boats. Round 5, the Springfield, Ohio F1 Grand Prix took place August 25th through 27th, 2017. The inaugural event at Clark County Fairgrounds was made possible by Dean Blair of the Clark County Fairgrounds, Chris Fairchild of Fairchild Racing, and Dana Potts of B2B Motorsports. We did our initial introduction of our F1s to the Springfield area in November of 2016 with Mark Profit, Chris Fairchild, and myself putting our boats on the water to do a demonstration for the city officials. Before we show you any racing, I got to give you a little history on this Clark County Fairgrounds lake. It was a gravel pit that Bill Chatfield and the Arcadian race team used as a test lake for years and years and years. And if you don't know Bill Chatfield and the Arcadian race team, they have had a tremendous amount of success in the Formula One powerboat racing with drivers such as Mark Profit, Don Johnston, Rusty Campbell, Mark Trotter, Chris Bush, Jim Hollenstein, Jonathan Jones, Kenny Stevenson, just to name a few. We got to give a shout out to our partners for the Springfield event, which was Budweiser, MyPass, B2B Motorsports, Red Lobster, RockAuto.com, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Courtyard by Marriott, Slipstream Network, Finish Timing, GottaRace.com. The NGK F1 Series was very excited to come to the Springfield, Ohio event because of the central location and all the drivers that are around the area. So at this event, we're going to run F1s and the Formula Lights classes. We're also going to have support from the Vintage Raceboat guys, and they did an exhibition for us. Some of the supporting activities that Dana put together for this event, over 800 high school students came out to hear drivers Mark Profit and Tammy Wolf explain the intricacies of the Formula One boats and our sport, followed by a Q&A session. The high school marching band led our driver parade down in front of the fans so they could get a glimpse and hear us talk to the drivers right before the final. Let's start by recapping the Formula Lights division with our 12 drivers. We ran 3 heat races and then a final. Heat race 1 was won by Jason Nelson, followed by Mark Schmierbach and Steve Lee. Heat 2 was won by Jeremiah Mayo, Mark Schmierbach, and again Steve Lee in third place. Heat 3 saw Steve Malou get off the dock strong, lead all the way around for the 10 laps, followed by Jose Madonna Jr. and Steve Lee again in third. Such consistency put him on pole for the final. Leading every lap in the final, Steve Lee ran a flawless race, chased by Jeremiah Mayo and Jose Madonna Jr., rounding out the top 3. This was the first race course ever to have a right-hand turn in the Formula Lights division. The competition all season long for the Formula Lights has been close and fierce, with 13 different heat races producing 7 different winners. We had 4 different finals with 3 different winners, showing how close the competition is in the fierce Formula Lights competition. Moving on to the Formula One division, we had 23 drivers show up for the Springfield, Ohio event, 2 rookies in Rich Young and Colin Cross, and we also had 5 new participants at this event: Todd Lamb, Mike Beagle, Del Books, Jeff Wagner, Colin Cross. We had so many participants, we split the heat races into Group A and Group B. Heat 1, Group A, was won by Johnny Fleming, followed by Terry Rinker and Dustin Terry in third. Heat 1B was won by Ashton Rinker, who passed Spencer Love just on the last lap, who got second, and Mark Profit coming home in third with his Optimax. Heat 2A was won by series leader Terry Rinker, followed by Tracy Hawkins and Chris Fairchild coming in third. Heat 2B was won by veteran Jimmy Merleau, followed by Rusty Wyatt and Rob Rinker in third. Heat 3A was won by Dustin Terry, followed by Terry Rinker and Tracy Hawkins rounding out the top three. Heat 3B was won by fast starter Wesley Cheatham, followed by Rob Rinker and Jimmy Merleau rounding out the top three. In a fiercely competitive final, Terry Rinker brings it home in first place with Johnny Fleming right on his heels and Tracy Hawkins coming out the better of a five-way battle for third place. Just to show you how competitive not only the Springfield event was with the right-hander in the back straightaway and the competition, we had 6 heat races with 6 different winners. For the year, we've had 18 different heat races with a total of 10 different heat race winners. So the F1 class is extremely competitive. We've had a bunch of heat race winners all year long, and guys are really getting it done, but they're not able to get these Rinkers off the top step of the podium. Terry Rinker's first place finish at the Ohio event wasn't without incident. His power steering gave way after a battery issue halfway through the race, and late charger Johnny Fleming got right on his heels. The third place battle between Tracy Hawkins, Ashton Rinker, Rob Rinker, Mark Profit, Wesley Cheatham, and Chris Fairchild was tremendous all race long. Thanks, guys, for putting on a great show, and the fans in Springfield, Ohio got a real treat. This was our inaugural event there, and it is truly something that we can build on. Thanks, guys, for putting the race on. You did a fantastic job, and I know as far as the series goes, we can't wait to come back, and every competitor has the same sentiments. Round 6 of the NGK Sparkplugs Formula One Powerboat Championship saw us come to New Martinsville, West Virginia. Thankfully, for Sam and Sharon Weinert of the APR Super League allowing us to come to New Martinsville and run in conjunction with them after Hurricane Harvey's destruction made us move events, and we were unable to have our 6th and final round in Orange, Texas. We really got to thank NGK, Sparkplugs, and their staff for not only being title sponsors for our series, but also helping us out in the last round, being able to move our event from Orange, Texas, over to New Martinsville, West Virginia. Without their support, we would not be able to get the venue moved and pull off our 2017 goal of running the entire 6-race schedule. Formula One was the only class that we brought to the New Martinsville, West Virginia race, with 16 boats and fierce competition on the water. We ran 3 heat races and 1 final with different winners on all 3 heat races. Heat race 1 was won by rookie sensation Spencer Love, followed by Rob Rinker and Ashton Rinker, following in third. Heat 2 was won by veteran Tracy Hawkins, followed by Terry Rinker and then Rob Rinker in third place. Heat 3 saw our first heat race win of the year by Mark Profit in his Optimax, followed by Spencer Love in second and Ashton Rinker in third. Coming into New Martinsville, West Virginia, we had a 6-way battle for third overall with Jimmy Merleau, Ashton Rinker, Tracy Hawkins, Dustin Terry, Wesley Cheatham, and Chris Fairchild. These guys came to New Martinsville, and I mean, they were pumped to get out on the water and show what they can do and get these last points to elevate themselves in the championship standings. Heat 2 saw some carnage as Wesley Cheatham got the jump off the dock after 2 laps, blows it over, coming down the front straightaway. On the restart, we saw Johnny Fleming running up the inside on pole and Dustin Terry coming from lane 3, hitting each other in the first turn, with Johnny rolling over the top of Dustin's boat and then Mark Welch hitting him as he's dead in the water as all the spray lands. Heat 3 wasn't much better. We saw Jimmy Merleau and Rusty Wyatt blow over in a double blowover going to the first turn. So after 3 heat races, we have had 6 boats with damage. Fortunately, Wesley Cheatham was able to get his boat back in the race for the final. As the green flag dropped, Spencer Love got a great start from pole 2 position, taking the whole field past the first turn, allowing Robbie to duck on the inside and lead the first lap. As the mayhem settled down on lap 1, Mark Proffitt slid into second place. After 30 laps of jockeying for position, we saw Rob Rinker come home first, Ashton Rinker in second, and Terry Rinker coming in third for the first all-Rinker podium sweep of the season. So at the conclusion of 6 events, which ran 21 heat races and 6 finals, we find the Rinkers winning all 6 events, Rob winning the first event and the last event, with his dad Terry winning the finals in round 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the conclusion of our inaugural season, the NGK Sparkplugs F1 Powerboat Championship, I would love to thank all of our sponsors and all of our participants. So the final standings in the F1 category is Terry Rinker first, Rob Rinker second, Ashton Rinker third. Tracy Hawkins came home in fourth, where he leapfrogged 3 different competitors to move up to 4th place overall. Jimmy Merleau coming home 5th, Wesley Cheatham also moving up in the standings in 6th, and Spencer Love coming home in 7th, our Rookie of the Year. I can't say enough about the type competition throughout the entire season, starting in the first heat of the Gulfport event, going all the way down to the wire at the final in New Martinsville, round 6. Greenlight TV did a fantastic job throughout the season, filming all of our shows for tape delay on CBS Sports, which reached over 2 billion households. That's right, our events, our shows have reached over 2 billion households worldwide. So thanks everybody. We're looking forward to a bigger and better season next year in 2018. So stay tuned, and we'll see you at the banquet in New Orleans.